The Eurozone may be deep in recession in the host country. Sweden may have decided to cut costs. But Europe still knows how to have a party. Francis Robertson is here to tell us all about Eurovision 2013. Francis, who are the hot favourites this year?
Well, this year it's all about Denmark. Emily de Forest is singing Only Teardrops. She's hitting a lot of Eurovision buttons. There's sort of folksy instruments. There's a guy playing a recorder. She doesn't wear shoes because she says she likes to be able to feel the earth through her feet when she sings. And she's kind of like strutting around on stage. So they've got a really good show with some really great fancy backdrops. So let's have a little look at her performance now.
We only got ourselves to blame. It's such a shame. How many times can we win and lose? How many times can we break the rules between us? Only teardrops. How many times do we have to fight? How many times do we get it?
Any other favourites, Francis?
Oh, I'm a bit emotional after Emily there. But she's up against some strong Scandinavian competition because there's also Norway who are looking very good. The singer, she qualified last night in the semi-finals, has this incredible kind of white dress.
You wake me up from the snow where I was born. Now I can't see.
Okay, I gather that this year we've had a lot of semi-finals where they've really had to cut down the number of acts for the big night.
Right, exactly. It's so popular, you know. Eurovision does have a kind of geopolitical aspect as well, that people see it as a kind of like soft entry of saying they're ready for Europe. So there's actually over 40 countries that are eligible to go in for it. So there's only 26 slots on the night for the big final. So all this week in Malmö, they've been having semi-finals with the juries voting and the public voting. And yeah, it's been quite interesting. Unfortunately, the problem with this system is that it's kind of the more mainstream entries that get through. So we've already seen people like Montenegro, who are a sort of like Balkan dubstep act with a sort of cyber fairy and two guys in spacesuits. Sadly, didn't make it through.
Is there are there any sort of dark horses or any favourites of yours at the moment, Francis?
Well, there's a very, very dark horse because he actually looks a bit like Dracula, which is Romania, with Cesar, an operatically trained singer with an incredible range. And he really puts the mania into Romania. Perhaps we can even have a look at him now.
Love is so deep, and it makes my life complete. Like a mountain in the sky, love is high, so high.
Amazing stuff, Francis. From what I can gather, this contest every year just seems to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right, exactly. It's really a popular thing, and we're getting more and more viewers from all over the world because there's always been quite a hardcore following in Australia where they show it, but in the US it's never had a TV channel show it. But now, because of the web stream, you know, there's hundreds of thousands of viewers who watch online. And I was speaking to the Eurovision guys yesterday, and they tell me 14 or 15% of the web stream viewers are actually watching from the US. So it could be the last big market that it's got to crack.
Finally, I have to ask you quickly, Francis, novelty acts. There's always one that cracks everybody up every year. What can we expect this year?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of the craziest things did get chucked out in the semi-finals. So we've lost Bulgaria's bagpipes, but we've got the Greeks who are in skirts, which is good fun, singing Alcohol is Free and bouncing around on stage. And we've got Finland. So Team Ding Dong, Krista is dancing around. She's got a wedding dress on, and there's even a slightly shocking moment where she kisses one of her female bridesmaids, which is entirely appropriate because Malmö has said that it will go gay for Eurovision and light its buildings up with rainbow flags.
As we said, Francis, Europe still knows how to party.